I think everybody likes to own something rare, something not everybody has. Whether it's a signed card of your favorite musician or a cool skin in a game like Counter-Strike. Okay, maybe that's just me, but having something not everybody has just feels great in my opinion. That's why in today's video we'll talk about how we added rare and special fish to our game Desktop Fishing and how we made them feel and look rare and special. Dankeschön fürs Aufmachen, guten Morgen. Katzberini Bombini.
Hallo.
Grüß dich.
In our game we have 4 different rarities. Common, uncommon, rare and legendary. Revolutionary, I know. The first and most obvious things to see are the banner and the illustration of the fish itself. Fish are specifically designed with their rarity in mind, so you can tell just by looking at them if they are something special. Sorry Weebit, we still love you. The banner also gradually uses more detail and color contrast as the fish get more special. Another thing that you'll see is the money counter. It shows how much money gets added to your wallet and then shows the final balance. So yeah, it's cool to catch a legendary fish. But what if I told you there's something even more prestigious? Let's be honest for a second. Fishing is just gambling with extra steps. And the fact that we did not just made a desktop slot machine shouldn't hinder us on using some of the same tricks to give that feeling of making the catch of your life. So that's why we added huge, shiny and holo variants to all our fish. And to show you how exactly these effects work, we'll ask Katzper, because he made them.
So the first one is huge and it's just scaling up the fish. So it's not really complicated. The other ones are a bit more complicated because we couldn't use the shader graph because of our limitation, because we're making a game for the desktop. So, but what we can use are PBR materials and reflection probes. We are rotating the fish because a reflection probe basically works like a mirror that reflects some environment that you give it.
Alright, so the shiny effect is just like this little particle system we can see and reflection effect combined with these shadow effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so what's please tell us what is happening here, because now we also have a huge shiny and a holo fish.
Rotation, it works exactly like with shiny fish, but there is a copy of the fish in front of the original one.
Oh damn, okay.
And if we turn on the isometric view, we can see that they overlap so that you only have parts of the... And we have a rainbow reflection map, and yeah, in the end it looks like that.
So it's again some faked reflection trickery, but the reflection is just all colors together, and that's why we get this holo thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Why does this mask have has the exact same shape as the fish? So is that generated or?
No, they are all handmade by our wonderful artist Bella.
So you're telling me in order to make every fish holo, Bella has to draw every fish again for this mask?
Each one is drawn twice.
Bella, how do you feel about that? Wonderful. Thank you, Katzper, for your explanation.
Thank you.
And now, back to work. Since everything we create is a result of the things we've experienced in the past and continue to experience every day, I think it's also important to share moments from outside of game development. So here is some non-game dev stuff we did this week. Also was findest du scheiße?
Spiele mit Frischen.
Mit Frischen?
Mit Fischen. Ja, das ist schon viele. Aber also außer dem Desktop. So ein kleines Desktop-Game finde ich. Ne?
Hingehört.
Ja.
Junge, wir sind gerade hier mit der Pizza. Voll lecker, Mann. Guck mal.
Ich weiß nicht, wie das ist mit unterschiedlichen Steam-Accounts.
Desktop-Fishing wird, ne?
Zahl mit Quatsch.
Another feature we've implemented is the Aquarium. You can access it when unlocking the second biome by leveling up for the first time. Here you can see all the fish you have caught in a biome. Every aquarium has its own set of plants, so they all look and feel different. I think it serves as a pretty sweet screensaver, if those are still a thing, which I'm not sure about. For the fish movement, I created a behavior that chooses a random speed and a random point along the y-axis and assigns it to the fish. Then the fish proceeds to choose a random point around an offset of this line where he moves to. I'm using this technique to make it look like there are fish that like to stay in their own natural water height. I think we also could give every fish a set height, but maybe that's too much work, that maybe no one will notice. I mean, in the end, these are still fictional creatures. Then I added a little scaling effect when the sprite flips over, and I think it sells the idea of the fish turning around pretty good. I think the aquarium looks very neat on my desktop, and the great thing is that I can still access everything behind it, even though it's not always that easy. However, when clicking on a fish, I get some additional informations about it, so I can once again appreciate all the wonderful flavor texts written by taskbar. First of all, thank you all for the support we got from you on the last devlog. We got so many great comments and feedback. Also, our little Discord server is filling up little by little, and it's honestly super motivating to see that you care about this game and think it's cool. For 2 years we were developing our second game, Holm, and got maybe around 600 wishlists, which is kind of disheartening when the minimum goal for releasing a game is somewhere around 8,000. That said, our goal with desktop fishing is getting back the money we invested, so we can continue working as indie devs and can continue working on Holm and give it the love it deserves. Also, then I don't have to open Counter-Strike loot boxes anymore to pay my rent. If you want to support us on our way, play the free demo and consider wishlisting desktop fishing on Steam. That really means a lot to us. The game is coming out on the 17th of June and will start off with a discount, so it will cost less than a döner kebab 10 years ago. If you want to see more about our game development journey, there's also a subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao!